women's safety.
Hello and welcome. So today I wanted to talk about something very, very serious. So we live in a kidnap capital. The area we live now is definitely a nicer area, but it happens everywhere. Women and children go missing and get took and sold into the sex slave industry out here. Really, it's a terrible thing and needs to be talked about more. Now, that being said, I took all 4 kids to Target the other day. We don't go to Target much because, for one, it's a little farther away. Everything else we need is local, but it's a good 30, 45 minutes away. And for 2, I always spend way too much money at Target. So I took them as a treat and let them get any toys they wanted, and stuff like that, just to kind of have some fun for our spring break. So now, women, if you have kids or not, but moms, especially if you're out alone, or single moms, especially if you have like a little baby or more than 1 kid, even if you have teenagers, do not let your kids wander off alone. I don't care, like I said, even if they have teenagers, man, there's some sickos out here. For 2, use all of your senses. Do never let your guard down. Always be aware, always scope things before you get out or you get your kids out. I have certain rules that I live by and do. Like, for one, I always park right next to the cart thing so I don't have to leave them for getting the cart or returning it. When we come back, I always put all the kids in the car first, strap them in. I don't just leave them in the car. I strap them in. I grab my valuables, my wallet, phone, purse, and then I grab all the stuff we bought, put it in. Well, as I was taking the cart back in the Target parking lot, and I always smoke a cigarette to kind of check our surroundings, make sure no one's running up on us, and I don't smoke in the car. Well, as I'm putting the car back, the guy in the next aisle over was in a van, and he's doing this, come here, and I'm like, fuck no, I know better than to go up into strangers in a big white van, fuck no. And he's like this, give me your number, and I'm like, no, I don't want a boyfriend, I don't want none of that right now, I'm not at that point right now. So I'm like, no, man. And I got my kids in the car and stuff. And then he's like, well, what the fuck? Okay, first of all, if somebody gets mad because you don't want to give them your phone number, that's a huge red flag. For 2, women, do not approach cars. I'm a little girl. I'm very small. He could have easily snatched my ass through that window. And this has happened to me a couple times where people have tried to lure me to a car and really try to get me into a car. For 2, women, you do not have to give anybody your phone number. You do not have to talk to men just because they talk to you. Please, women, be aware. Maybe his intentions were just to get my number, but the way he got mad, that kind of tells me otherwise. So women, please be careful. Watch your surroundings. Stay safe, y'all.